Hey guys, this is Team Genetics. We have Scully here with a wind-up deck profile. Here we go.
I will start the deck off with the most important wind-up of the deck, which would be Wind-Up Rabbit. This card is super good now because, well, it's always been really good, but it's super good for Magician, so you can recycle Magician's effect over and over again by banishing him. Really good for this deck. It's not only for that, but he's also just always a safe card because it's chainable to pretty much anything. So like if you summon him, try to bottomless, you chain his effect, banish him, he'll come back in the standby phase. So you're guaranteed to have a wind up at all times, and you'll be attacking with 1500s when you have 10 key all the time. So really good card in this deck. It also goes really well with the wind up shark, so you can chain special during when he's special summoned back by his banished effect. So this card is amazing in this deck. I'm not really going to cover him very well because if you guys know anything about wind-ups, you'll know that he is a very key part of the deck. And then we've got 3 copies of Wind-Up Rat. This card is incredible because it is an immediate 3 synchro. Or 4 because you can use Wind-Up Warrior. So very good card. And then we have the 1 Magician. It's really sad that this went down to 1. If it was at 2, this deck would be a lot better, but I can understand why it got hit, but, you know, I think 1 is a little ridiculous, but anyways. Then we've got 2 Warrior. I run 2 just because if I drew into it, then MX Saber Invoker would be a dead card, and so I just prefer to have 2 so I can if I accidentally do draw into it, it's okay because I'll still have 1 in my deck. And then I'm missing 1 copy, but we've got 2 Tin Goldfish because it is extremely broken when you have Tin Goldfish, a Magician, and a Shark, because when you do that, seriously, the plays are just really awesome, and you can just go off into so many exceeds right after that, and you just explode. So that concludes the monsters. I believe there are 14 out of a 40 card deck. And then we've got the Broken Wind-Up Factory. This card is incredible because you can search out everything you need. So it's just super awesome with this deck. So you need that at 3, no less than 3. And then we've got 2 10 key to search out our Wind-Up Rabbit. Super broken. I don't recommend. I heard that it might get hit on the next ban list, so hoping that doesn't happen. But very good card with this deck now. And then we've got 2 MST just to get rid of back row because I don't know what it is, but back row loves to take out MX Saber Invoker with this deck. I don't know why. I mean, yeah, it's a really good card, but anyways. So we've got just some one-of spells now. We got Book of Moon, Pot of Avarice, because recycling your effects is incredible to be able to do it all over again. We got Heavy Storm with a Malevolent Catastrophe face, so just, you know, the Trinity here, Dark Hole, Monster Reborn. So that'll conclude it for the spells. I'm not sure, 1, 2, 3. There's 12 spells, so yeah. This deck is pretty heavy in back row because when you don't get out your Exceeds and you need to sit on some windups for a while, it is important to save them and protect them. So you do run a fairly thick back row. We've got 2 Fiendish Chain. It's a really good card because it stops cards like Priestess and other things like that. It stops OTKs and it stops effects from going off, so it's really just a double plus. And then we got 2 D-Prison, because you just want to get rid of the boss monsters of other decks. So then 2 Torrential Tribute because you may swarm, but so do other decks. So, you know, and plus it's awesome when you have that and rabbits on the field because it's like it really doesn't matter what happens because the rabbits are going to be safe anyways. Then we've got 2 Compulsories. Really good card because, especially in this meta, because some things work with like getting destroyed, like Draco Sack. It's can't be destroyed by battle or what is the other one? Card effect or something like that. So just to be able to compulse their stuff back is just really nice. So yeah, and then we got 2 bottomless. Once again, just get rid of their big monsters. And then we got the Solemn Duo, Judgment and Warning. So yeah, just to negate summons and Reborn or Mirror Force. You know, same thing as always. And then we've got Starlight Road because you run a Stardust in the deck. So yep, that's a 40 card main deck, and I will be moving on to the extra deck now. We've got the Stardust Dragon. That's solely for the Starlight Road, so nothing, you know, there. And then I'll go on to the rank 3s. We've got Wind Up Zenmaines. Just really great defense card. It's just really all around probably one of the best defense cards in the game, in my opinion. Then we've got MX Saber Invoker because it's not as good, obviously, as Zenmaiden, but it's the next best thing, I guess. And it's for your Wind Up Warrior, so you can go into rank 5s and so on like that and stuff like that. So very good for this deck. It really can set up a lot of really great plays. So then we got Tempo to get rid of Zenmaines because, you know, stuff like that. Or Acid Golem, it's nice to do that so they take some burn damage. And then we got a Giga Brilliant, very good card. It helps you get over monsters and stuff and boost attacks for yourself. I use this to OTK Jordan on the team today, actually. So then we got a Leviathan, just, you know, free 2500 beater, super good. And for our last rank 3, we've got an Acid Golem, fairly generic rank 3s for the most part. So yeah, now we'll be moving on to rank 4s. Utopia, pretty standard. Shockmaster, it's not too tough to get into it in this deck. So it's just people fear this card. Like it can win games really easily because if you can sit on that, I mean, really, it's just, you know, it's a very good card. And then we've got Papal Operative, so you can reuse, like, I got Book of Moon, my Magician was Book of Moon, and I was like, oh, that is so awesome. So I overlaid for Papal Operative so I can reuse Magician's effect. So that's just one of those things there. That's really good. And then we got a Maestroke. I would probably prefer a Black Ship over this, and I'd like to fit in probably Gaga Cowboy somewhere in there. I'd probably take out the Utopia for that, and the Maestroke for a Black Ship. So I heard Black Ship was getting a reprint. I'm not sure on that, but I have heard that. So I will be picking that up if I can. But yeah, so those there, and then we got the rank 5s here. Volcasaurus, incredibly good card. It's so much fun to have them have a 25 wall, and then you summon this, get rid of it, and then overlay for a Gaia Charger. So, very good. And then we've got Tyrus and Adrius. Forgot his name for a second. I'm not too good at reading upside down. Very good rank 5s. Just, you know, obviously to get rid of monsters immediately, and, you know, this for safer plays. So very good. And then for the last Exceed monster in the deck, we have Gaia Thundercharger. It is used to just overlay for, you know, whatever you need to. So like if you have no more no more detaches on Cirrus, just go into that. So that is my wind-up deck profile. We will get some duels in with them soon. You should test the deck out because it is a very different deck now. It's a lot more versatile than what it used to be. So thank you for watching. Team Genetrix out.